So now if I try to run this, okay, you don't have dual thing here, right? So I'll remove this. So now if you run this, okay, okay, it says,
The screen got stuck at
Swapnil, we can't, I mean, your screen is just stagnant.
is it?
Yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
not it's just not
Is it,
moving like now it's
uh,
okay.
it's okay? Okay.
Yeah,
So,
no.
yeah. So here, okay, here I think first we have to give the data type, okay? Okay, convert, okay, data type, and then you say expression, 12.99, right? And then when you run this, okay, so see, this works exactly, no, I'm still in SQL Server, right? Sorry. So this one, okay, if you run, it is exactly like it worked here also, right? But it gave different answer. Here you got it got round. It's actually did round, okay, and here it actually did the ceiling. But cast worked here. But here, as I said, right, we have to give int first and then 12.9. Okay, so now when you run, okay, so you got 12, right? But if you go here also, if you do it, okay, so it did not work, right? So convert is very specific to SQL Server, but cast is ANSI standard. So ANSI standard, because I told you, right? ANSI standard, every database they have to implement. Okay, so if you are using SQL Server, you can use both. Okay, and both will give us same result. Okay, but when you are doing this Oracle or non-SQL Server, then your convert function will not work. Make sense? So convert function is not there in your other non-SQL Server database. Okay. Any other question? Did you get this? I'm sorry, I didn't see the name who asked it.
No, no other questions.
Yeah. Okay. So shall we continue on the joins that we discussed yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's say I want to favorite is employees and department, right? So let's say select start from HR.employees and select start from HR.departments. Okay. So department will have department ID, which is the foreign key here, and admin manager ID. Now you see, okay, manager ID. Can you guess what it could be? Employee ID, isn't it? So though we write manager ID, it is the employee ID in the other table. So if I were to display the manager name, okay, then I don't. Okay, so let's do that. So I want to display department name and with manager ID, manager name. Okay, so I will say select, okay, department name from HR.department, right? So this will give me only the department name. Now I want to have the manager name also, correct? So to have manager name, I need to connect to employees table. So I will say join and HR.employees. Okay. Now department name is here. Okay. So from department name, join HR employees. Okay. And on which column you want to join? So I'll say on HR.department Okay, HR dot no, so it is not department, right? It is manager ID. Okay, so and HR has employee ID. Sorry, here. So employee ID, right? So I will say it, okay. So now HR dot employees dot employee ID, right? So it cannot accept so many dots. So what we'll do is we will give a alias to this. Always it's easy to give alias. So I'm giving E as alias to employees and D as alias to departments table. So I'll simply say E dot employee ID. So E dot employee ID, okay, and we can give this in a bracket on E dot employee ID equal to D dot manager ID, correct? So select department name from HR departments, join HR employees, okay, where this is it. Let's run this and see. Okay, so yes, 11 rows selected. I want to know the manager name. So what I'll say here, I will say here, okay, your
Here, join in the sense it work as inner join.
yes, simple join is inner join, employee ID or employee in first name. Give first name.
That means common values it will take.
Yes. So see, okay. So Herman is the manager of public relation, right? So this is how you can get data. Now, if I do not do this, okay, if I do not put this condition, I simply say join, okay, and I don't link it. Then what
That means
happens?
more values it will get, right? Like
Yes. So, okay, it says missing keyword from, okay. So it is always says that when you are joining, it has to be on, right?
condition.
Right? From,
Yeah, maybe
right? Or so that's a join will always do it. Now, if you do not want to put join, if you say comma from HR department and employees. Now you see, we are getting administration and all the names. Okay. Okay, and you will have all the 11 into 55. 11 columns, 11 rows rather, 11 rows from department and 55 rows from your employee name. So again, if you remember, I think I've closed that Excel yesterday I showed you, right? The last example. This is the last example where joining is happening, but it is joining each, you know, each value
it,
from left to each value on the right. There is
yeah,
no logic. Right. So that is an example of Cartesian product we say. Okay, it serves no purpose. But okay, but here you see when you say join, it'll ask you, you want me to join, but on which column do I to join? Right? There has to be some column which is common and it will help us to join this. So, you know, if I have to display the department name and the manager of the department. So this is how you can get. So when you say first
only
name,
column should be same, right? That means we can join the primary, which are same. Like
family keys, exactly. So here in this case, employee ID is same as manager ID. Manager ID is what? Employee ID only.
that's why only we are giving manager ID.
Correct.
If it is not same but employee ID is there, means we'll join with other table employee.
Correct. Now let's say what I'm trying to do, okay, employees here. And I'm looking at a number, okay? So department ID is a number, right? So let's take department ID or you can take job ID, not job, sorry, salary, anyone. So if I try to join based on salary and manager ID, what happens?
You
You
don't
don't,
join.
no data file. You can join,
You can
okay?
join, but we won't match.
You won't match. Exactly.
the numbers are different. Like salary is like 2000, manager ID is
Correct.
100.
Correct. So there is no common column, which
So
is, so
the
if there
data
was
is
only one, by let's say, by mistake, if there is one value matched, only that one will be shown to you.
okay. Okay.
Okay. And you can use all examples here, like um, using, order by. Okay. Now let's take one more example here. Now I'll take reverse. Okay. I want to display employee name and I want to display department ID. Okay. So I'll take, I'll change it to employee ID, and I'll take this one. Okay. Now in this case, I want to display first name, last name, okay, and department name. Fine. But I want, see, but the department name which I want to display for all the employees, not the managers. Okay. Okay. So in fact, here you have to alias this as manager or something. Okay. That means, you are displaying the manager name, right? So here you have department name and manager, right? That's what it means. Now, in this case, I want to display everybody's name and their department name, not the manager name. So here the join will be on the department ID, not on the employee ID, right? So from HR departments D, HR employees D, and here I'll say on, okay, on E dot department ID. Department ID equal to D dot department ID. Department ID is same in both the case. Okay. So now you see Jennifer belongs to administration, Pat to marketing, okay, Kevin to shipping, right? So here you'll have 55 rows because 55 employees are there. Okay. So see here. Now you understand the difference, right? In first case, you're trying to display the value from department table and looking for manager who is in the employee table. Here I'm looking to display the employee people whose department details is in department table. Okay, so my intention is to display department, right? So the department employee ID is the foreign key here. My intention is to display first department name. So department ID is the foreign key in the employees. Okay, and department ID is is the primary key in the department table. Now, in this case, when you have same names, we can also say using. Okay, let's see. If name is same, you can say, using. And since you are using same name, right? So we can say using department ID. Okay, let's see if this works. Yes, right? So you get same result because department ID is same in both the cases. If it is same in both the cases, we can use using. Okay. Again, you can say order by, right? Order by, um, order by, uh, say,
department ID or some or the order by first name or
yeah, let's say a department name. Okay. Oops, sorry.
by department.
Shift
That
home.
that's order ID yet.
Okay. So you can use department name. So E comes first, right? You can
Oh,
do DESC,
it seems descending order. Then.
descending order. So you can get it in S first.
Okay. In select at starting department name, first name, last name, order by also we need to give the same kind of sense, like first department name after the first name.
Yes. Right. So, and you can give more than one values also. It need not be just, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is your, as you said, this is your inner join. Okay. So if, okay, I'm talking about employee name, right? So if their department, okay, which is there in the department table, but they do not have any employee in the employee table, in that case, it is not going to display those departments. It will take common between those two. So if there's an employee who does not have a department, that will also not be displayed, right? Inner join, right? Inner join, where it takes both the common values. So if you have employee and that doesn't have a department, that will not be displayed. If you have department which doesn't have employee, will not be displayed. Then we talk about, outer join and inner join. Inner join and outer join. In outer join, you have full outer and left and right, correct? So see here. In this case, okay, let's say this. Now, what you have to do is generally, okay, when you have employees here, okay, so on which table you want to do? Okay, you want to have, say, employees as base. You want to display employees, okay, even if they don't have department. With null, fine. You are fine with null. So you want to display employees which does not have, okay, which does not have your department, right? So in that case, you use, okay, something like this join. Okay, so I'm going to say department name, first name from HR department and HR department where E dot department ID equal to D dot department ID, right? So this is inner join. Still, this is inner join only. You can write inner join in this way also, right? This is still inner join. Now to make it outer, left or right outer, okay, you want data from extra department or employee. I want from employee, I said, right? So you put plus here. Okay, so if you put plus here, then if there are any employee with null department will also be displayed. Okay, if you want other one, right, you want department to be displayed. So that means department which does not have employee should also be displayed. Then you put plus on the department side. So whichever side you put plus, that becomes that kind of join. So in this case, I'm saying right join. Okay, earlier it was left join. I want employee to be displayed even if they don't have department. Now I'm talking about department also to be displayed if they don't have any employee. Okay. And if you want to do full outer, display everything. So we again use the same one. Here, okay, join, okay, and instead of join, okay, you say full outer join, okay, from employees, okay. So you are saying this, right? The department ID from employee and join. Instead of join, you say full outer join. So full outer join will take extra rows from both the side. Okay, so this is your full outer join.
That means like both tables columns it will display. I mean data.
Yes.
Common
So
values and some new values too, like
correct.
both tables.
Correct. So I'll ask you a question on that. Wait. So left, right, outer join based on plus sign, right? If you have an employee, it is employee. If a department, it becomes department. And this is your, by default, it is your inner join. Okay, which is your default one. Okay.
Yeah. If you
Now,
put plus right, it will come right outer join.
correct. Okay. So yes. right? Now, this is what I'll tell you. If so, whatever we have done so far was just using a particular thing, right? How to use distinct, how to use count, how to use NVL, how to use convert, cast, and things like that. Now, okay, this is about using this. So this is what can get complex. In the sense you can have multiple tables. You join. Now again, I want to know the location. So see this here. In same case, okay, I want to know the location. Okay, so let me run employees again. So you have this table, and here you have department, right? And department also has a location ID, which is from the location table, right? I want to know where this department is located. I want to know the department. Okay, so where the department is located. So I'll say select first name, comma,
Last name,
department name, comma, location.
department.
Now if you location name, we'll just see. So select star from HR dot locations. Let's see if we have got the name correct. Yes, we got the name correct, right? So here you have a city, right? So I need the city name. Okay. So instead of location name, I'll say city. Right? First name, department name, city. From. Okay. So from, it is your okay.
There is
HR.
no common column, right? Like,
There is a common column, right? Okay. Location ID is common in department ID. And
okay,
department ID is common between employee and department. So employee department has employee ID common, department and location have location ID common. So you can go from employee to department to location. If you have to figure out location, you have to go through department. You can't go directly. ER diagram will be something
okay,
like this.
I got. I'm saying like employee and
Yes.
location table.
So ER diagram is something like this. This is your employee table. This is your department table. And this is your location table, right?
Okay,
You have
I got it.
relation
Still join.
between them. Now you tell me which one, what kind of relation is between employee,
Is having relation, and for
department,
location is having
and
relation.
location. Now tell me, okay, you have like this, right? So what is the relationship between E and D, employee and department? Is it one-to-one, one-to-many, or many-to-many? Okay, if it is
One to
one-to-many,
many.
one-to-many, so one here, many here, or so now look from this perspective. Is it one-to-many or many-to-one?
Your screen has again paused.
Is 1-to-1, right?
I don't know. Is it paused again? Let me stop
Oh,
and
no.
start sharing. Is it? Can you see the paint?
Yeah,
No,
paint we can't see.
Paint.
the live SQL worksheet.
Wait. I don't know. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Now can you see it?
Yes, now we are.
Yes.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. Perfect. So E and D. Okay. You have employee, department, and location, right? Now you tell me. You said from here to here it is one-to-many. So it is one-to-many or many-to-one? So see,
One to
one employee can
I
have
can have
many,
many.
many department.
No,
One
no.
employee,
No,
right?
no.
But
No.
okay, many employee
No.
can have one department,
Yes.
Yeah.
and one department can have many employees. Yes,
Yes.
but
Yes.
many department cannot have same employee, right?
Yeah.
So it is
Yes.
many to one. So you'll put M and one here. Okay, many to one. Now about department location.
One location.
One department, okay, will have only one location,
Yeah.
correct? But one
Yes.
location can have
Many
many
departments.
Many departments.
right? So one location can have many departments. but one
Yes.
department, okay,
Has one location.
only one location, right? So again, this is also many to one, okay? Many to one relation. So now if I have to reach employee, if I reach from employee to location, I cannot go directly. I have to go via department. Okay,
Department.
that's the relationship. Okay, the ER, the R in the RDBMS is the relationship. Okay, so every table is directly connected to each other. You should be able to move from any table to any table, but sometimes, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes complex can be that, this will have another, this thing, this have another, this thing. Now, if I have to reach from here till here, I have to go through all these. And your where clause can become complex, but nothing to worry about. Okay, it can become lengthy. Okay, and the lengthy, the size will make you feel scared. Don't get scared. Okay, first of all, when you see those queries, right, do not get, because see, you'll be using 10, 15, or 50, 100 tables, and to join sometimes you might have to connect 7, 8 tables. Same concept that we did for one table, we are going to extend for 2 tables, and same thing I did for 3, 4, 5 tables. Do not get scared by the size of the query. Okay, when you see a query, don't get scared by the size. I told you, size doesn't mean it's complex. It only means that, okay, it is connecting to multiple tables. Okay, slowly, step by step, you break it. You can see. Now, if I have to reach to location, okay, can you see my live SQL worksheet?
Yes,
Yes, we can
Swapnil.
see.
Okay, great. So, okay, I'm going from employee to location. So I'll say from HR departments, okay, from HR department, from HR employees, and from HR locations, right? Simple, isn't it? Because I have to go to, okay, department name is not important. I just put it. I want employee name, first name, and the city in which the department is located. Okay, or let's assume that every department has only one location. Okay, see here, obviously one location in terms of head office. Okay, but let's say department is located in one location. There's no, everybody in the department has to work from same location. So first employee, I can look at the first name and their location from this. So, okay, you put 3 tables. Now, okay, you put 3 tables and you give, alias to each of these. D, okay, E, okay, L. Okay, these are the location, alias, no, department E here, right? E for employee. Okay, and location. Let's say I have given this. Now, the where will start, right? Where?
Yeah, D dot.
Now, correct. So which 2 tables are linked? So you're starting from employee. So focus is on employee, not on location. If the focus was I know the location, I want to know which employees, which set of employees work here, then you will start from location to employee, location, department, employee. But here my intention is that I have the employee list. I want to know which location they are located. Okay. Sometimes doesn't matter. Query will be same, but this is how you start thinking. My focus is on employees. I know that I have the employee list. So if I select first name from employees, I'll get all the employees. Now for each of the employees, I need to know the location. So I'll say where,
Department ID equal
correct,
to
D
what
dot department
equal to
ID equal to E dot department ID.
and
Okay, 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 and
D dot location ID equal to E dot
D
L
dot
dot location.
location ID equal to L dot location ID. Okay.
Here we keep end or comma
Okay,
we can.
so we put end here, and okay, because that's a condition. Condition is always and or. Okay, and when you are linking it, it is always and. Okay, so E department invalid department ID.
Yeah, department ID.
Okay, the location ID. Okay, so you got all the details. Okay. So now here, okay, okay, suggested, right? So now if you have two more table, you'll have more and one more connection and more connection, right? So this will look big to you, but
Okay.
don't be scared. This is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Okay. Now, subqueries also we discussed before, right? Subqueries is like query inside a query. So if I say select first name from HR dot employees, select first name from HR dot employees, where where employee ID, right? Employee ID equal to 100. Let's say 102 I give. Okay. Now, so here this is fine. But let's say, you need to get employee ID from some other table. You need to get employee ID from some other table. Okay. So let's run it again. Okay. 102 is Lex and D hand, right? Let's copy this. Okay. So this is coming from somewhere else. So I'll say where, okay, I can write another select query. So this is another query which is giving you the result. And that result I can feed it here. So I can say employee ID, okay, select. And because I'm looking at employee ID, this query should return employee ID only. It cannot return anything else or anything, because here I'm just looking at one value, employee ID equal to. So it should give me only employee ID value, not employee ID comma first name. And at the same time should give me only one, because equal to is used only one column, one value. It should give me only, it should return only one unique value. So I'll say select employee ID where first name equal to Lex
and last name equal to D hand.
right? So if I copy and paste it here, okay, from from HR employees. Okay, select from where? From HR employees, right? Okay, so you get first name here. Okay, now if you do not form this query properly, okay, something like this, okay, let's say if I say select employee ID from HR, where, where let's say department ID equal to 60. Now, department ID 60 will give us lot of employees, isn't it? Not just one employee. So if I run it, you get single row subquery returns more than one row. This is equal to stand is looking for only one value, but you are giving multiple values. So this will give error. So here we know that we can say in, right? Now in is used to read multiple values, right? So if you put in, you will get all these. So these are all the first name of employees working in department 60. Right?
Whose employee other first name it is printing?
Correct. So employee ID is getting returned from department ID 60. So there are maybe 5 employees working in department 60. So you get 5 employee ID. Now you're saying in will take multiple values, isn't it? So in that case, it becomes this query will work. Okay, you can use between all those things, right?
Yes,
we
sir.
have done set, right? 2 queries, and then we did set intersect minus, right? So in that case, the number of columns should match. Okay. Select A, comma B, comma C, and whatever query you write. And when you say union, next query, again you have to say A, comma B, comma C. Right? So that's how we perform our set. With that, we finish our SQL practice sessions. Maybe if you want, I can do it, right? So I can show you this. So you have select. Okay, so let's say you have this, right? So now I can use this one because both are giving me first name only, correct? If both are giving first name, I can put union. So when you run it, you should get 5 plus 1, 6. We discussed that, right? How many you will get. So the union will not repeat the value. So the duplicate values will be printed only once, isn't it? This is how you can use union. You can use your minus, right? Intersect. Those are your set operations. Okay. So let's say you have first table, okay, T1 or let's say X here. Let's say this is your X, right? This is department and this is your employee, right? And X has column A, B, C, and D. Now, if you have to join, there has to be one column common. So let's say you have here E, F, and C, and G. Okay, these are your columns here. Okay, and these are your values here. Remember, uh, uh, yesterday what I did was first column I made as common 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is your primary key, right? So here, let's say you have some value, and here you have 1, 2, 3, right? And here you have 2, 3, 2, 5, and 6, right? So because this, you have a lot of data, but when I create a new table, okay, so I will have A, B, C, D, and E, F, G, correct? And I'm not repeating because I'm joining on D. So what happens is, okay, so let's say if you have, okay, let me put some values here. Okay, A, B, B, C, C, D, D. Okay, D, D is not required. D, D, E, E, F, F, G, G, H, H, I, I, and here you have J, J, K, K, L, L, M, M, N, N, O, O, P, P, Q, Q, R, R, S, S. Right now, so when you join this, okay, and if I'm doing inner join, so inner join, okay, if I do not put that part, okay, whether it is inner join or outer join or no left or right join, left right also is called as outer join only, full outer or left outer, right outer. So if I'm not doing join, okay, if I don't say that, okay, join on this particular column, then what happens? You get, all these for one value. Okay, you're repeating D, you're repeating only D. So one more thing is when you are trying to print, you see here purposely I have not used elements which are common in both the table. Now here, if I have to display department ID for some reason, okay, if I have to department ID, now when I run it, the query will get confused because department ID is in both the tables. So which department ID you want? Ambiguously defined, right? Ambiguous. I don't know what you are trying to say. Then I will say X dot. That means I want department from X is what? Departments. Okay, now it will work. Okay, so now coming back here, you will say I want this D is X dot D. Okay, so it will take X dot D. Okay, now what it will do is it will take these values. Okay, P, right? And then again, this will get repeated. Okay, this will get, sorry, C is right, C dot X, right? X dot C, not D. Okay, now here, this value will get repeated. And then you get second row. Then again, and this time, third row, right? So when you don't define which column, it will, okay, put all the combination possible. But if I say do it on C, then it will see the value of C. Oh, 3 is here, 3 is here. So this one has to match with this one. 2 is here. So this one should match to this one. Okay, 1 is not there. So inner join will not print 1 and 5, 6. Left outer will use this anyway. This is inner join, right? So now you will end up with only 2 rows. So this is why we are giving on. Did you understand? This is why we are giving on. That was a question, right? So if you do not give on, okay, you know, you don't know what to join. So you'll end up getting this all big combination. Now, when I say on C, so only the common values it will match. So your output will be BEE, HH, KK, QQ. Second row will be CC, FF, II, LL, MM. No, this is this one. Sorry, CC, FF, II, JJ, OO, PP. Yes.
Yes.
No, like had a question.
No, I'm getting confused over here.
No, tell me why you're getting
I'm
confused.
not able to relate CC.
Not able to relate CC. CC, this is what I'm saying is common.
Okay,
I'm saying this one. When you ask this, right? Why this one? Why department ID equal to department ID? This is your CC. Location ID
okay,
equal to location. This is your CC. CC.
okay.
So if I don't mention this, then you get all
Mhm.
the possible combination. When you
Okay,
mention
so,
this, now whether it is on or whether it is equal to, right? So this is what is joining. I'm saying that join these two based on this column.
okay,
Okay, join these two table based on this column. So this is your CC example.
okay, fine. So that E dot department ID is of first column, X is of second column.
Not
Oh,
column.
sorry, second table, sorry.
Correct. Correct. Right?
Yeah,
So because we want to merge two table based on something common. If you don't say common, then it will merge, as
mm,
an
multiple Cartesian way.
Cartesian. Yeah. So because you're not restricting, because see, it doesn't have brain, right? Doesn't know how to merge. If you do not tell, it will merge in all the possible ways for you. So of course, it will merge correctly also, but you'll have a lot more incorrect than the correct rows.
And also it
Mhm.
takes time also, right? Maybe.
Yes. Obviously, more work, more time,
Yeah.
right?
It like possible combinations need to print, right? So it
All
takes
the
time.
possible. Yes. Yes.
If you give joins means